What's going on YouTube? Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming to you guys with my first retro deck profile. Those of you who are following my Facebook will realise that I've been playing Tele-DAD 2008 by the September ban list on Dueling Network quite a lot recently since they released that new Unlimited server, which I think was absolutely amazing. This is definitely my favourite deck to read about in the past. I sadly was not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! During that format, so I missed out, and looking back on it, I really wish I'd played in it. Then again, it was really expensive, so kind of glad I didn't, with Mallies apparently being like 50 quid a pop. Bad times. But yeah, this is going to be a Tele-DAD deck profile built by the set list and ban list coming out in September 1st. This was before the emergency ban, the emergency limit on Allure of Darkness, so that's still at 3 in this deck. But yeah, if I've made any, if I've gone wrong on this or anything like that, please let me know. But this is the build I've been playing on Dueling Network, and it's just been a lot of fun. So I figured I'd make the video for those of you who haven't played the format to see what this old deck was like. Because a lot of pros talk about Tele-DAD era being amazing, and I can see why with this deck being as amazing as it is. So let's get into the list, I guess. To start things off, the deck played a hero engine. Pretty much every winning deck played a hero engine back then. So you played the 1 Stratos in order to search out your triple Malicious or your 2 Diamond Dudes. The Diamond Dudes are in the deck simply to hit the abundance of normal spells that you play in the deck. You play loads of them, I think it's like 12 normal spells or something like that. So they're always live. They have a 1 in 4 chance of going off, so why not play them? And the Destiny Hero Malicious are in here simply because this is essentially the very earliest of Synchro spam decks. Synchro's only had, I think, 2 sets out, those being Duelist Genesis and Crossroads of Chaos at the time. So Synchro monsters were quite limited, but they were incredibly powerful. So this, and the fact that Malicious was 3 combined with triple E-Tele made the deck absolutely ridiculous. So let's carry on through some of the cool stuff this deck played. For the Synchro, or basically Tuner engine, we played the triple Krebens and the 1 Plague Spreader Zombie. Because you play 3 Teleport, you need 3 targets. And Plague Spreader was just absolutely amazing. I'm playing this deck by the Crossroads of Chaos build, so CSOC was out at that time. Plague Spreader is just really awesome because it's dark, it gives you more graveyard manipulation, lets you put stuff back in the deck that you don't want in hand, because sometimes you draw double Mally, and I really like using this to put Mally back. The Krebens, just in there because the fact they can stick around. There isn't that much destruction in Tele-DAD. I say that much destruction. If you get Dad out, there's destruction. But these stick around. So these were really awesome. And just the fact that you could E-Tele these, summon 1 and E-Tele another, and then just double Malicious, make 2 Stardust or 2 8s, whatever. Just absolutely ridiculous. The fact this deck could absolutely explode in 1 turn was incredibly threatening. Then we play a lot of one-offs in the deck in the form of Reaper. It's a crush card target, can't be destroyed by battle, which is actually quite good back then. Poking cards out of the opponent's hand is always good fun, even in that format. So Reaper was incredible. Sangan, same, oh Jesus, without knocking them all out of the way. Same reason as Reaper for the whole crush card virus thing. Search out your power pieces because a lot of your power cards are Sanganable, like your Maliciouses and your Diamond Dudes if you haven't hit your Stratos. I play the 1 Dark Grepher because this gives you graveyard modulation, lets you get to the number of darks you want to be at, lets you discard dead Maliciouses in hand to special summon this. Then you can normal summon a Krebens or a Plague Spreader, make a 6. Revive the Plague Spreader, revive Malicious, make an 8. Just all the explosive plays you can get off, and Grepher really facilitates that quite well. Play the 1 Breaker because back then I believe MST was limited to 1, or at least people only played the 1 MST. I don't entirely remember the ban list. Breaker was incredibly powerful for the very fact that it could be 1900, which is really quite big for these decks. There aren't that many 1900 monsters in this build. Well, in any of the builds that I've reviewed when I was building this. So it's really big, and just the very fact that it can then take out a spell trap as well, getting rid of oppressions and things like that, invaluable card. Then, talking about removal, play the 1 Snipe Hunter. Once your opponent got out big monsters, there really wasn't that much this deck could do unless you got into a Dark Armed or a Caius, which I'm going to get to in a minute. So Snipe Hunter was a really good way to A, add darks to the graveyard, and B, just nuke opponent's monsters. And you have a lot of cards in this deck that you can discard from your hand quite freely, like Plague Spreader and Malicious. So this card always has fuel. It's really awesome. I play the 1 Caius because cards were a lot more likely to hang around back then than they are now. They're not going to get Insector Hornet destroyed, you know. Because everything can be insta-horneted now. But Caius was really quite live back then for the very fact that you could either E-Tele something, drop a Krebens, and have it defend itself with its effect, and then just Caius next turn to remove something huge. So Caius was really quite a live card. And then the deck played 2 Dark Arm Dragons back when there was secret rare only, and about £150 a pop, which was not fun times. Onto the spell lineup. This is personally my favourite part of the deck. I really love the spell lineup that this deck could play, and so much of this stuff we'll probably never see at 3 again, so sad times. Plays the 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Heavy Storm that we're all used to in this format. The 1 Space, again, I'm not sure if it was banned or if people just played 1. Sorry, if it was limited or people just played 1. It played the 1 Brain, and in the Synchro era, this is absolutely amazing. You run a Synchro toolbox that could make 5 to 8. There were no 9s back then. There was no Armory Arm. So this is still really, really live. The very fact you can just drop a Krebens and Brain whatever your opponent has. And then I believe under Brain control, it can still attack and things like that. So Brain was an OTK card in this deck. You played the double Rotor to search out your Stratos, which could in turn search out your Malleys. Or you could search out your Grepher if you should need it, if you've used your Stratos, or if you just need to modulate your Darks. So that was really awesome. I believe Rotor was at 2, but either way, I don't feel the need for 3 in this deck. You'll only ever search 2 warriors. Then the deck plays triple Emergency Teleport to get into your Krebens. This card is one of the cards that helps the deck absolutely explode. This combined with Malicious gives you a free Synchro Summon with no normal summon involved. So you can then go on to normal summon a Krebens and then use that Malicious you just synchroed off to search the 3rd Malicious from your deck. So absolutely ridiculous. And then, as I said, this is before the emergency ban, so the deck plays triple Allure of Darkness for draw power, and triple D draw for even more draw power. Awesome thing that I found out while I was playing this that I actually had no idea of. If you hit either Destiny Draw or Allure of Darkness off of Diamond Dude, you don't have to pay the activation cost. I didn't realise that. So it's just a free 2 draw if you hit those off of Diamond Dude, which is absolutely amazing. So I had no idea that was real, so please tell me if I'm wrong, but that sounds awesome. That made the deck even more crazy in my eyes. Then onto the trap lineup, which just has some absolutely broken shit in it. Crush Card Virus starting our lineup off. What's not to love about Crush? Crush Card is absolutely incredible. In the mirror match, Crush Card isn't that potent. I mean, it hits Dark Arms, Caius, and everything like that. But it really isn't that useful against the opponent's combo pieces, so you really have to know when to time your Crush card versus their Synchro monsters, because they can just feel free to Synchro under it, because their Krebens and their Malleys are all too small for Crush to hit. So, Crush is a really quite skillful card I found in testing. Then we play the Run Royal Oppression. Absolutely incredible card, so nothing else to say about Oppression. I want that to come back. I played the 1 Wing Blast, because Wing Blast actually got you loads of advantage back then, because there wasn't that much draw power, and, I mean, just forcing your opponent to have 1 card back on their deck can really slow down their plays, and can often earn you the win back then. So, Phoenix Wing was great, and you had a lot of discard fodder, so it's virtually costless. Play the 1 Torrential, because I believe Torrential was at 1, then it stops your opponent going off, always has the fear. 1 Trap Dust Shoot, because Dust Shoot's amazing, and then something completely nutty was triple Solemn Judgment. They didn't have Solemn Warning back then, but to be honest, do you really need Solemn Warning with 3 Solemn Judgment? That rounds off the traps, and that rounds off the actual main deck that I have been playing on Dueling Network. On to the extra. This isn't the exact extra I play on Dueling Network, mainly because I don't have some of the cards, so this is just an example extra that I threw together. This is by no means the extra that they would have played, but it's kind of similar. In this extra I'm playing Magical Androids for my 5s. I believe they were the only level 5s out, or the only 5s worth playing, so Magical Android was pretty cool, I guess. For the 6s, there were Gaia Knights and Goyos. I personally, on Dueling Network, I don't play any Gaia Knights, I just play 3 Goyos, because why would you play Gaia Knight when you have Goyo? But I don't have 3 Goyos lying around, so I only have the 1, so for the purposes of the profile, it's just the 1 Goyo. For the 7s, they played Rose Dragon and Life Trancer. So Psychic Life Trancer, but I don't have a Life Trancer lying around. Life Trancer was amazing because the very fact you could just ditch your Krebens and get free life points, and then you're also modulating your graveyard by removing the Krebens, removing Darks, so you can make Dark Arm Dragon alive. For the 8s, we play Stardust Dragons. I'm personally playing 3 because I often play this deck up against modern decks for fun, and Stardust is actually really quite good at holding Insectors off, really. And then for other 8s, it played Red Dragon Arcfiend, Thought Ruler Arcfiend, which I really like at the moment, and Colossal Fighter. If I've missed anything else out, I'm sorry guys, but that is about everything that I've kind of put together for you. There were a few other cards that probably should have been in the extra deck and the main, but this is the build that I've been playing. I'm really enjoying this deck. For those of you who are going to like YCS Sheffield and events where you will meet me, I will have this deck with me, so feel free to challenge me. I'm really enjoying playing the retro decks against modern day decks. And finally, if there's anything you want me to build, like any old decks like DDT or Airblade or things like that, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below and let me know what you want me to build. If I can't build them in real life, I'll probably build them on Dueling Network. But yeah, that's about all I have time for, all I want to talk about. So I'll see you guys with some more content soon. I have some deck profiles lined up and some duels. But otherwise, I'll see you when I do. Peace out, YouTube. Bye.